Hi, thanks for watching. I was talking to somebody a couple of weeks ago, and there was a clear blue sky, and he pointed it to a small trail similar to what's on the screen. It's the only thing in the sky. And I said, that's fake. He said, what do you mean it's fake? How do you know? I said, well, the first clue is the length of the trail. I said, that don't change size from horizon to horizon. And if you film it and speed up, I said it's similar to a broomstick getting slid across a frozen lake. They don't change at all. I says, and as for the front of the trails, sometimes they look like solid objects, sometimes they look like a hologram or a projection, and sometimes there's nothing at the front of the trail. And by that time, looking at his face, I could see that the trail was not the only thing that was going over his head. So I said, I'll tell you what, I'll make a video and send you a link. Well, this is that video. Right, well, let's start. I'm going to show you a short clip for this video. It's a repost for about 4 or 5 years ago now. And first I'll try and explain the title. The trails don't go up, don't come down, they go up, and that's what I see. Right, what you're looking at now is there's 5 different layers of trails in the sky. Right, I'll show you what I mean. Right, I know there's a whole ton of people out there that are saying that we're getting rained upon by all these chemtrails, and that may be happening other places, but in the sky above me, not so much. Right, so I'm pointing the camera due south, so the sun is off to my right here, the west. Right, so this patch here, and I'm guessing this patch here would be the first trail, and then I think this one here would be the second trail, and you can see it's above this one. The shadows get that away. Right, so that would be the third trail here, and that third trail continues down here. Right, so that would make this one, which is below it, as you can clearly see, the fourth trail. And I'm about to show you a short clip with the fifth trail. Right, right. So as you can clearly see here, the shadows kind of prove that these trails are at different heights. So here's this trail coming up, and as you can clearly see, there's absolutely nothing at the front of that trail. There's no jet. And you can see it is 100% below the trail. Now, I took a snapshot, and there was only one frame with something different. And here it is, and you can see quite clearly there, there's a bright spot, and just next to it there's some kind of shape. A couple other bright spots on that shape where the jet should be. This should be a big passenger jet or something, but nope, that's it. Right, so that's what I mean when I say sometimes there's nothing. So that day the weather did stay clear, and I came home and I got my camera and I managed to capture a few short trails and what's at the front of them. And you can watch them and decide yourself what's real and what's fake. Is that a ramble on? Right, so as for okay, I'm saying they're no real and they're some kind of creation for something. I think it's down to the orbs. I don't know where they're from or whatever, but I think this is what controls it. And we see them as bright lights, much like the luminaries. And I don't know whether some don't try, or there's practice makes perfect, because some of them look really good, and some of them look like they're like a phantom image, as opposed to looking like a plane. Right. So, and I don't think we're responsible either. I don't think they're anything to do with us. I think they're created for somebody or something else that's responsible for them. Right. So some of them, as I say, they don't sharpen up, because I don't think they're created like I say, it's like a projection or something. And some are better quality than others, I suppose. And that trail will look like that as it crosses the sky, it won't change. Another one coming. And this is what I mean, when you look up, you don't get an image like this in your head, you just think it's a jet. We all do the same. Well, I used to do the same. But everybody looks up, thinks there's a jet in front of these trails. And that's not always the case. So why do they create these things to fly in the sky? Hidden in plain sight? I don't know. I mean, people talk about fallen angels and spirits in the sky and all sorts of stuff. And I have definitely seen loads of weird stuff in the sky. And other people have sent me stuff. So, aye. I think the sky's as busy as the ocean. There's so much going on up there, we just don't see it. And you'll see just at the front of this plane, there's an orb just brightening up, just starting right at the tip. So I don't know why it happens or how it happens. I just know it does. And that's not the sun that's causing that's the reflection for the metal, because it would stay as one strip of metal bright at the same length. These are different spots of light, and I do believe they're moving. Right. And the most obvious thing here that the port engine is kind of missing. Definitely should be. You can see it here, it's like a kind of bright light colour. I don't think that's right. And again, you can see it's a short trail. And again, as I say, it'll remain the same size and shape as it crosses the sky. This is going to be added bonus of flashing lights, which helps with the illusion. Because that's what you'll see when you look up. You'll see a shape in front of the trail, and you'll see lights flashing, and your brain will tell you it's a big passenger jet. Well, there's no passengers, there's no pilot, the lights are on, but nobody's home. Right, and this is the final short clip. And what we'll do now is we'll take a snapshot of the raw footage and we'll have a look at it through some 3D software. But before I do that, I'll show you what a plane should look like put through this software. These are a few stock photos I got online, so you can get them anywhere. So let's start with this one here. Right, the tools I'll be using will be the height map and the edge detection. We'll start with a height map. Right, as the slider moves in, you'll see it change. And the one thing that don't change is it still looks like an airplane. We'll do it for the edge detection and it pretty much shows you the same thing. It still looks like an airplane. You know, it's got the fuselage, wings, tail, engines. Right. Another stock image. This is the height map. And like I say, this software kind of picks up everything. So I don't know what all this is. But as you can still see, that looks like a plane. Right. This is my point here. Right. And the edge detection, same thing. Right. Still looks like a plane. Right. And here's another one. Right. So, right. This is the height map. And you can see there's all sorts of stuff happening in the sky, but these things still, well, they still look like airplanes. Right. I'll get another one. Right. So this is again a stock image, and it still looks like a plane. Right. That's what it looks like. Right. Okay. So here's a few snapshots taken for the raw footage. And I'll wait to show you this. I was saying about how this software picks up pretty much everything. Right. So this is the sky full of seagulls around this jet. And if we go through the height map, looking at this, you'll see that it gives a height to every one of the birds as well as the jet. Right. And other weird stuff starts to appear. And on the edge detection, you see the same thing. It gives a height to every one of the birds. So it pretty much, you don't miss much. Right? And actually catches quite a lot. But at the end of the day, this still looks like an airplane. Right? Okay. Right. First one to look at. And we'll change that. Right, so it's also picking up something here. It's kind of in the shape is, well, like I say, when you look at them, they they lose the appearance of the plane. They don't see any detail. With this, this is the bright lights. Right. And this is the edge detection, which, as its name would suggest, it picks up anything with an edge. And I believe that should be the wing, where you would imagine you would get an edge. But here's a bright light. You can still see the shadow of which should be the wing. Right. Closer shot of the same plane. Change that. Right again. It's showing you this bright line is solid, but the rest of it, no. So it's no looking like a plane. And again, you can see where it's like a projection, like a shadowy image, where the plane should, or where the wing should actually be. Right. Right. And this is the edge detection again. It's detecting the same thing. I mean, you would think the wing would have an edge, but obviously not. Right. Sometimes I wonder why. Why would you create something that looks like an airplane with a trail? I mean, I was talking about hidden in plain sight. Right, we've all heard about the Watchers, right? So what if the Watchers have decided they can pretend to be airplanes and do their job a lot better? So I don't see a jet here. Right. No. Not buying it. Don't know what this is. I see that a lot. Let's right through. This edge detection. Right. So as you can see, it's gain height to the light as it normally does. This is definitely something. This is definitely my plane. I've seen these things before on the edge of these planes, and I don't know what they are. No idea. Right. There's that. Let's try this one. Right. Right, okay. Let's put it through this. Come on, you piece of shit. Right. So this is the height. And again, it's not gaining any height to half of the plane. It don't look like it should look. Right. to the edge now. And again, there's no edge to the top half of this jet, and there's no edge to this wing, because there's nothing there. Right. There we go. And that should be one of the bright lights. Right. And you can see there's the lights are showing up with height, but the actual where the plane should be, there's nothing. And then we'll get this. Sometimes when I first seen them, I thought about like tractor beams, and then about 4 years ago, I don't know what happened to the footage, and I was watching a jet, and it had like a shadow that came for the tip of the nose and went away into the distance for miles. I've never seen that another twice. So, right. So there's no plane there. You can see like the faint shadow where it should be, like I say, like a projection. Right. It's the same plane. Oh. That's there. Right, oh, there. Again, you see that the tails get height and the lights up get height, but the actual plane, none. It does not look like an airplane. Right. Right. Actually like that. Right. So again, if you look at where the plane should be, there's nothing there. Well, there's a bright spot where the plane should be. Right. Got another one of that plane. It's that one, so I'll go with this one. Right. Right, so there's the plane. And you can see again, there's nothing there. There's a bright light, a bright spot. That's got some height. Right. There. And the other one, the bright light. Right. And like I say, the port engine's missing. Well, half of it. And again, there's these lines in the sky, but there's definitely no jet there. Nothing. Right. And there's the edge detection. It's detecting stuff in the sky, but it's not detecting any edge where that plane should be. It's just like a projection. Right. Right. Check this out. And to here, this looks like a projection. It does not look like a solid passenger jet. Well, thanks for watching. Please comment.